All right, here we go. Last hole of Coyote Canyon. This is hole number 9. Lots of different ways to play this hole. This might be a little long. I'm going to kind of show you the different approaches. This is probably one of the safest ways. You can do 10 speed, 11 speed, just to the left of that first big rock pile. And that gets you kind of an opening to go after the basket, at least get up there and have a good shot at birdie. If you're going to try to get up top, I recommend going to one side or the other, then it'll kind of skip up and over. Otherwise, you'll just hit the front of that rock pile that the basket stands on. So that's one possibility. You can also take the same disc and throw it on a forehand and just go right of it instead of left of it. A little bit tougher shot. The glide turn rive definitely comes in handy on this hole, especially if you mess up your first shot and end up kind of in an awkward spot. You can get around corners pretty easy with this disc. This is a forehand glide turn. As you see, it's a way to get up there next to the basket and give yourself a birdie. I don't throw that. That's just kind of some safe ways to go at this. The way I usually do it is a forehand glide skip, kind of a middle chevron right at the top of that little dark spot in the rock, and try to go just right of this rock pile, and it usually ends up really well. It'll come over here, then usually just kind of makes its way down the hill into this opening. That didn't quite make it, but usually gets you kind of 300 or less and a shot at throwing it in for eagle. This is just a quick throw with the, almost got it, with the beast on a forehand. So that's how I normally play it. We'll come back to that. The other way you can do is kind of a wider, more of an anhyzer and hit the left side. This is looking pretty good of that rock, and it can get you down there. But honestly, it's a harder gap to hit, and it doesn't really get you down there any further than the other one does. So that's why I choose to play the other one. And then the shot that's going to give you the best chance at eagle on this hole is a backhand with the glide skip, kind of around the right side of all the rocks. Let's see if we can get that. I usually slide to the left, and then put the arrow right on that kind of grass there or plant, and try to just put a bunch of anhyzer and go to the right of both of those big rock. Oh, this is perfect. So that's about as good as you can do. Ideally, it'd be right of this, but can't get greedy. So we're going to be probably, 171. Not used to being this close on this hill, so I'm not even sure what to throw. I know it's uphill. This is the warship. See if we can throw it in there. No, it's way too high. You can get the idea of how far down you can get with the backhand glide skip. Definitely one of the holes that's not aceable, so it's nice not to have to worry about even trying for that. The other way is to kind of go around the first one and then to the left side of the next rock with the backhand. And that usually ends up pretty good, but again, it doesn't end up any better than that forehand I showed you earlier, and that's why I choose that line. We'll still try to throw it in from here. This is a sapphire, and it's going to be short. But if you can get a good drive on this hole, it should be able to get it up there next to the basket and have an easy birdie. But you can get in a lot of trouble off the tee. That's why I wanted to show you all the options. But again, this is the route I choose. Kind of middle chevron on that dark spot and try to land it just to the right here, just like that. And like I said, it usually ends up kind of finding its way down the hill into the opening like that. 245. I'll try the sapphire here. Just started throwing this. I'm not super used to it, but I'm liking it so far. And all the really good players have a sapphire in their bag, at least one, probably two. So I'm trying to get used to it when I have the opportunity to throw it, but I still really like the beast. So again, middle chevron on that dark spot, try to hit that gap right there, land it. That was not a very good skip. If you end up back here, I usually just throw the glide turn. I don't think any other disc is really going to make it far enough, because it's uphill and you got that elevated basket. And I've made it a few times with this disc. That was way right, but still a nice tap in for birdie. Hopefully we can get it with this one before we switch to the backhand. This is a pretty decent one for it. It's on a good line. As long as it just gets a good roll off this hill. This is kind of usually the type of roll it gets right there into the opening. And if we get that close, we can usually throw Probably a little closer to the fuse, so I'm going to throw the river. Middle chevron right down on the basket. Right to left wind. I'm not going to put as much hyzer on it. And got it. All right, so there's the eagle. Try to get back to back here, see if we can do it. And then I know the video is kind of long, but I'm going to try to get one eagle with the backhand shot. This is the forehand again, and that's not a good line, so I'm not even going to try from there. Let's switch over to the backhand. So this is the riskier shot. It's a little harder to hit it, but if you do, it definitely pays off, as you saw earlier. This one didn't go where I wanted, but still going to end up down there a ways, and a shot to throw it in for eagle. 251. I think we're going to go sapphire instead of the river. And good line, just short. Almost had it with the sapphire. Be nice, it'd be my first, I guess it's not an ace, but my first throw in with the sapphire since I started bagging it. So again, slide to the left, bottom chevron on the plant there. This is looking really good. Don't hit that. Darn it. If it would have been a little bit more right, it would have been perfect. Still gives us a shot. I think 242. We'll try the sapphire again just because I want to get one with it. Be high enough. Got it. There's my first throw in with the sapphire. All right, y'all. We'll try to get back to back because that's what we always do. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave me a comment. Let me know which course you want me to do next. I'll probably just go in order, but just finishing up Coyote Canyon. So if you have a particular course in mind, let me know. Not a bad shot. We'll see if we can get it. Probably be about 277. Let's go with the sapphire again. That'd be sweet to get back to back with it. And no, not even close. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you tuning in and watching me play some DGV.